This reading is for someone who has very special abilities. Whether or not you know about it is another thing, but you have the capacity to see through the eyes of spirit, to see in the spirit, to move into the spirit, the highest version of the Trinity, and see through this space. You might be a writer or someone who journals a fair bit, and this can be one of your resources, one of your sacred ways to get closer to God. Whether or not you know that, have a look and see if some of your most inspired works almost feel like they come from not you, like maybe in a tone that's just a little different. During your childhood, you may have big chunks of your memory where you just don't remember something, could almost feel like a memory wipe has happened during a period of your time. The energy is telling me that you might have had some sort of mind slides inserted at this time, where someone close to you has appeared as an ally but was actually sent to drain you. The words I heard were, be aware of the wolves in specific. You want to clear your energy after leaving all spaces that you go to. That could just be a simple personal ritual, an energetic cleanse, wash your hands, take a shower, expand before you actually go into places, but also afterwards. Return to sender anything that may have attached itself to you, because your light is juicy. It's delicious, okay? You're like a snack for the spirits. There's someone who's obsessed with you, like low-key obsessed with you, respectfully obsessed, let's say. You might have even forgotten about them, but they think of you all the time, and they really pray that you're going to meet again. Frankly, it seems to me that it would be better for them than you, that meeting up, if it so happens. At the moment, you're having your dream states somewhat monitored, so you want to ask for an extra hedge of protection, a kind of, not shield, but something like that before you go to sleep, so that you can have uninterrupted dreams, stay in your body, so that you can have that ability to really rest and receive your recharge. There is this urgency, or let's say kind of urgency to encourage you to live a more mindful daily existence. So as in, where are your thoughts going on the regular? Because thoughts aren't private, right? We are constantly broadcasting with those thoughts. So you're having these like secret self-demeaning or judgmental thoughts at the other. That stuff is still recorded into the field and still creates effects by you thinking those. So you want to ask to be in a more of a prayer state even while you're going about your daily. You don't have to go to your special prayer closet and do your thing, although that would be ideal. If you don't quite have that integrated into your regular life, then what if you could live a more prayerful domestic life, let's call it. There was a big piece around you picking with consciousness what you're pouring your energy into, because your energy is wanting to be used for God's assignment for you. So you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, whether you're thinking something about one person, place or thing or situation so much that you're investing that much, then that's actually taking away from what your higher assignment is here. So if you don't know what that is yet, or if you're coming into that, or you'd like to start knowing about that, speak to it, ask for it, ask to know what that is, and be willing to move the pieces around when you get those clues and those whispers back about what that could be. Now, I'm seeing that the person that I'm speaking to is, maybe you're a dancer of some kind, or you like to dance. There's definitely some sort of movement element to you. You may have been going through or traversing a low spark period, and nature is going to be your panacea for this, your medicine. So if you could even maybe go and, I'm seeing you dance or move in nature somewhere where you can have a little private spot just for you that feels good, like go with your energy, the energy and the awareness of, okay, here, this is a good spot. Now, this is going to really help renew you and help you to move through the changes, to help you start to step with more trust into this big assignment, whatever that might be. And something you used to love when you were around 16 years old, well, this is not going to be for everybody, but if that's true for you, then there's something about that wants to come back through You know, what was that thing that you really wanted to do when you're around that time? Or this time was a really significant moment for you. There's also a dog. Maybe it's not necessarily your dog. It's a caramel kind of colored dog. Something about the month of October. Maybe you were born in October. Maybe something happened to your dog in October. Take it how it feels correct for you, or not at all. It's okay. Spirit wants you to know that the heaviness that you're feeling right now is like really not yours. It's not yours. So you need to really be fierce, if that makes sense. Stop taking on the weight of others. It's really not yours. It's not your responsibility if they want to walk around in shadow and denial and refusal to see what they're carrying, the crosses that they're bearing. Just return it to sender. It's not yours to carry, okay? There have been, and I don't mean to say this to make you scared whatsoever, because it's happening all the time, left, right, and center. And, you know, we can rebuke it, return it, dissolve it. But there's been some sort of death spell. Somebody is jealous of you. Someone's been jealous of you. And spirits have been using some people that you love. If that resonates, don't make it real if it doesn't fit you. And maybe even you at some point allowed an entry point for jealousy to come in when you weren't really totally embodying your own value, which is, you know, it happens to the best of us. You know what I mean? So just revoke all those access points to where you may not see your own value and contribution. Because remember, no one, and as cheesy as it sounds, no one like you. Ain't nobody like you. Okay, so I also saw that the third eye is being used as a kind of entry point or a portal. A lot of times, especially in like new age circles, there's this exaltation of the third eye. Open your third eye, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's like, yeah, but what if you don't have the right energetic fortitude to be able to hold those visions? You know, so maybe you need to just allow it to be not an entry point, but just a place that you start to get to know at a more subtle level. You know, ask for the Great Spirit to speak through you and show you. Go into the Spirit before you go see through that eye, so to speak. You know what I mean? That's why sometimes going through other gateways to access these higher visions and kind of, you don't really need to. You get to have that in a safe way that doesn't allow entities and attachments and whoever's and whatever's riffraff to attach to you while you're doing your little spiritual exploration. You could just really fortify yourself and your relationship to that Great Spirit and then go in through the Spirit so that nothing gonna mess with you. So you want to cleanse your house and space. There was like a really repetitive message about clearing your space, clearing yourself every time you come home. I like to do a little rose Palo Santo clearing prayer thing in the house before I go to sleep. Make sure that, you know, that which is not going to be welcome in my dream state, it doesn't get to come in, right? It doesn't get to use you, doesn't get to use your body. No access point denied. You can't come through no mirrors, nowhere, no electrical wiring, nowhere, no. Zero tolerance on that. You get to sleep, you get to recharge, you get to reset. And lastly, you're passing through a very important threshold right now. Yeah, and you may have been a little harsh on yourself about certain things. I'm getting the word perfection, and perfection is irrelevant at this moment in time. All hail the messy. Authenticity is king, and not that oversharing kind of stuff that we're seeing on Instagram. I mean, the real deal, like where you at, how you feeling, are you in grief? Okay, that's cool. Move through it, do the things, be okay with it, be okay with not telling people, not just letting them into your process if it doesn't feel right for you, if you need to be alone to do it. And likewise, if you need to get support for that as well, find somebody, ask for somebody, ask God to show you somebody who would really be able to hold you through that. I'm here for that too, by the way, but just give yourself that gentleness and that tenderness as you're passing through this important threshold, because you're not going to be the same person ever again. This is a really powerful place. And if you are traversing that grief and you're traversing some confusion around where or what, and sort of like staying poised for some sort of like direction, like just know that there are others of us who are definitely moving through these kinds of gates, I guess, these thresholds, these trials, these initiations. And the more each of us works on that, we're actually helping each other through that, you know? So yeah, these are the signs, and this is the information that wanted to come through to you. I hope it helps.